Ladies and gentlemen, Rascal and Disco would like to announce that the forthcoming departure of the hype train from Disco Arms is running approximately 300 plus days late. This is due to technical difficulties and general apathy, but it is indeed departing. I've got a ticket for it, and for possibly the first time in 2024, it's Putty time! Yes, Rascal and Disco beer review with me, Disco, coming at you with another beer video from in front of the cans and bottles here on the bar at what I'm still hypothetically calling the Disco Arms. Yes, I know. This is a can of last year's Putty. This is a can of last year's triple IPA Putty, not the one that's coming out this week. Yes, I know I'm trying to mug you off pretending I'm the first one to review Putty this year. I'm not. Yes, I know. What complete idiot keeps a can of Putty for an entire year just to do the first Putty review of 2024 style video and clickbait thumbnail? This idiot, of course, me. I didn't mean to, it's just happened like that. Let me explain why. Or indeed, let me just show you why. Here goes. So, regular viewers will know I'm not a big fan of hoppy pale ales. I don't drink triple IPAs. I rarely drink double IPAs, unless, of course, they've got disco in the name. So why have I got a can of triple IPA Putty? And why have I left it for 300 odd days? This, I think, will explain. Okay. Still plenty of fruitiness on the nose. Still plenty of kind of freshness. Cheers. That's why. Yes, I know you're meant to drink most beers, especially hoppy pale ales, fresh, which kind of means within 3 to 4 months because the hops fade and the flavours change or whatever. But I generally keep hoppier pale ales for longer than that because they don't go off. It's just a nominal date anyway, like the best before dates. It's usually about 4 months maybe. Some people say you should be drinking these within days or weeks. Some people will rush out as soon as a beer like this is released. Hence the hype train. I do not join the hype train. I said before, I think my palate is changing though. Or maybe it is just because of the beer. There is definitely a dankness at the back there still. There's definitely that grapefruit burst that just doesn't work for me. There's no citra in this, I believe, if I remember reading correctly. Azacha, Galaxy, and Mosaic. Vasco got me this beer early last year. He said, Disco, let's do Puttty this year. And I'm like, it's going to be like, I've only ever drunk, I think, 2 triple IPAs before, previously. I think one me and Vasco did on a live stream, and it took us a long time to get through it. The only other one was because, as I say, it was Disco in the name, and it took me a long time to get through that. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Rasco got the can in, and we generally meant to do a dual review of it at some stage, sooner rather than later. Various technical difficulties, I say nothing to do with my apathy for the task. I'd give it a go. Do you know what I mean? Especially if I'm not shelling out on it. I mean, I did. I gave him some beers in return, but anyway, it never got done. And I thought, I can't keep it any longer. What better time than now just to crack it open? It has mellowed, I think, being that I don't know. I mean, I don't even drink Verdant. That's only my second can of Verdant. I know. Can't call yourself a beer reviewer unless you're drinking fresh beers from one of the country's foremost craft ale producers. But yeah, I don't. I just don't. I don't know. There's like, I used to say it was like basically, and apologies to Verdant for that, by the way, but you know, any combination of Exaka, Galaxy, and Mosaic. And then next week goes, oh, there's this new pale ale with Mosaic, Galaxy, and Exaka, you know, in various different quantities at various different times. But that's not to say it's not good beer. It just doesn't work for me, so I don't try it. This, I gotta say, is all right. It's kind of, I don't know. There's tropicalness there. There's a little bit of pineapple. There's some kind of stone fruit type stuff. The grapefruit comes through much more at the end, and I will get through it. But it's just that big kind of hop hit that batters my taste buds, and I'm just like, I'm going back for it. I think either my palate's mellowing or the beer has mellowed so I can actually get it into some sort of drinkable form. I will finish it. Thinking back to the other two triple IPAs I had, it's not as harsh as that, it's not as heavy as that, and it tastes fruitier and much more palatable. It's not gonna make me rush out tomorrow and jump on the hype train and try and order some 2024 Putty. I'll save that all for you lot. You'll appreciate it more than me. Maybe I'll pick up a can sneakily and leave it in the stash for a year to do the same again next year. It's unlikely. It's a great colour. It does look fresh and fruity, nice and bright, much darker in the glass under the lights, quite bright on the screen. I say I'm keep going back for it. I'm trying to pick out something else. It's a good beer. Let's be honest. It's a good beer. Everybody else loves it. I can't tell the difference between previous iterations, so I don't know. Like, I haven't got a balance of where it stands in the grand scheme of things. I only know where it stands on my palate in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's all right. But still, that dankness. I mean, they do say dank. They do specifically use the word dank. It is 10%. It doesn't feel like 10%. That heavy body, difficult to drink kind of thing comes from the hops, not the alcohol. There's a little touch of pastriness around the back end as well. Maybe that's my palate as well. But I can see why you lot go mad for it. There is a good bunch of tropical fruitiness notes and dankness, but yeah, for me it's just grapefruit. Sorry, Ven. If that means you don't watch any more of my videos, so be it. But I'm sticking with the non-hype beers for the rest of this year. Never say never. Maybe. I'm not going to rush out for this. It's not going to make me go and risk my money on a Verdant can, because I imagine they're mostly of the same level like that. I mean, If you want to howl at me in the comments, please do. The algorithm loves it, apparently. If you want to tell me I'm wrong, don't. I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. But I'm also, to me, I'm right. Maybe we should have got this one out as a dual review earlier last year. It's a touch of pina colada type, coconutty kind of pineappleness going on there on that mouthful. Don't know why that is. But yeah, it's just dank and hoppy. There's a balance to it. It's all of those things come through in various stages. It's not one thing or the other. But for me, it's all right. Well, it's shandy. No, don't. No, I know. I didn't say that. I do tend to put lemonade in really hoppy beers to take that grapefruit note over to the lemon side of citrus so I can drink them. I won't have to do it with that. I will persevere. Anyway, that's 10 minutes of my thoughts on Verdant Putty. Enjoy this year's Putty release. Enjoy this year's Putty beer if you go for it. Let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz. Thanks very much for watching. If you're indeed still watching, I'm in Disco. A Rasco and Disco beer review. The hype train for 2024 is now cancelled. Choo choo. Cheers. That was pie. Cheers and enjoy the beers.